Well, it is still another breathtaking morning, but yet another morning for you to at least look through the ways of how you can break the barriers and move in and get some good money. Tuesday, it is 11th of October 2022. How are you doing? It's the 10th month of the year, and of course, we are counting down a few days and a few more weeks to welcome the month of the year of 2023. And so the opportunities are quite many for you as an individual to at least break through and see how best you can go wherever you are. Good morning. All right, now away from the news recap, let's get into the press review at this particular moment. As with the Daily Monitor, it has highlighted that Crane Bank lost 816 billion shillings in a UK case against the DFCU bank, because now the DFCU is operating with this under the same branches, using the same branches that were previously owned by Crane Bank. Now, this particular one, for the reasons of the ruling set above, the applicants, DFCU and its directors and shareholders' applications succeeded on the Foreign Act of State issue. In consequence, it looks very unnecessary, but according to the decisions that were made, you can clearly see that Crane Bank lost 816 billion against the DFCU bank. Also, the Daily Monitor shows that traders have shunned the 24 billion shilling Moroto main market that was constructed by government. How true is that particular one, and why are they shunning that one? You will still see it, as Moroto Municipal Council leaders had asked all vendors to relocate to the market by the end of last month. Surprisingly, and not all of them have relocated yet. So more of the reasons as to why they have failed to relocate to the main market in the Moroto municipality central part. You will have to get more of that from the Daily Monitor this morning. Quite many reasons as to why maybe the traders have failed, but we all understand that in most cases when markets are just new and traders are being told to relocate, most of them find it very difficult to relocate to those marketplaces because they are used to a different site, or they're normally used to the different markets that they've been operating. So sometimes to adapt to a new place or a new environment, it becomes very difficult, and this is one of the reasons maybe as to why this happens. Now, also in the Prosper magazine, they're talking big on inflation. What will it take to tame inflation that has already hit double figures in the country, with the latest report from the Uganda Bureau of Statistics? How about that one? You'll still get more of that from the Daily Monitor this morning. How can we tame inflation in the country? Bigger questions, speaking of the growth of inflation in 2022, as we've hit double figures already. Now, also, New Vision says 108 sub-counties have been awarded new schools. Now, inside here, there is a list of those particular sub-counties which are getting these new secondary schools. You will still get that from the New Vision as we get more of that. Now, also, 300 girls have been rescued from labor farm. That is another story, because as you can see, the government and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Internal Affairs are all working together to ensure that human trafficking is carved out of Uganda. Now, also, the New Vision says that the Global Fund has earmarked 26 billion shillings for vocational skilling in the country. That and more still in here. That's another report that you would wish to at least understand more and ably. Then, as you can get to look at the other situation, the President of Zanzibar hails President Museveni on the pipeline. That is another report coming in from there in this edition of the New Vision today. Also, something to do with the issue to do with passport. That is a report regarding the progress of passport printing in the Daily Monitor. But lastly, with the New Vision, Kampala City Council Authority has received 6.1 billion shillings grant to boost nutrition in schools. How do they intend to do this particular one? As according to a survey, almost half of the children in Uganda are anemic. Now, the best way to fight this particular one will be through nutrition and pushing for nutrition, or at least boosting nutrition amongst the school-going children. And Kampala City Council Authority has received 6.1 billion shillings for that particular call and that particular cause. That is it for the press review this morning. Let's get into the Smb International news and check out what is happening across the borders of Uganda. All right, now with the international news, we start with the banana market on the East African Community bloc as Taha is rooting for share of East Africa's $4.3 billion banana market. Taha Group has made a major foray into the banana industry as it seeks to spur a large-scale production in a bid to meet domestic consumption and growing export needs. Now, the Arusha-based organization is currently engaging over 500 small-scale banana growers in Kilimanjaro in its latest efforts to unleash the crop's full potential. Now, once this is done, they want to hook a lion's share of East Africa's annual export value, which is around $4.3 billion from the banana industry. Taha Group CEO Jacqueline Kindi did reveal that she has deployed a team of agronomists and marketeers in Rombo district, that is in Tanzania, to improve banana agronomy practices for small-scale farmers on the eastern slopes on Mountain Kilimanjaro. Launching the training, Taha Chief Development Manager Anthony Chamanga said that Rombo, being the country's major banana producer with 230,000 metric tons a year, has the greatest potential to be a breadbasket and guarantee food security, nutrition for consumers, create jobs, as well as generating incomes. Courtesy of the United States Agency for International Development and USDA funded commercial horticulture for transform the economy, CHOT, Taha, with a wide range of skills and a strong linkage with local, regional and international markets, would unleash the potential not only of the banana crop but also of the whole horticulture value chain, not only in Tanzania but across the East African Community bloc. Now, gracing the event, on the other hand, Robo MP Adolf Nkenda urged the key players, including the financial institutions, seedling suppliers, water authorities in Tanzania and off-takers to join forces in a bid to ensure that the commercialization of the banana crop is a reality. Now, during the exercise, Professor Nkenda, who is also the Minister of Education, witnessed the distribution of 60,000 culture banana tissues suitable for international export and domestic consumption to the small-scale farmers. Other stakeholders present during the event included the Mijunjungu Mines and Fertilizers, Agriculture Seeds Agency, the NMB Bank, and key food processors. Now, the official statistics indicate that Tanzania produces 3.5 million tons of bananas annually. Now, East Africa Fruits official Famine Joseph said that much as it seems like bananas are plenty, however, in reality, the fruits do not meet the market demand because of the poor quality that they have. Now, looking at the situation, when you look at banana value addition, most of the other products that are made out of bananas, you can look at wine, you can look at plantain, rather you can look at banana crisps, you can look at some of the other situations to do with maybe other people get powdered banana flour. Those are more of the things that are coming in from there. And then most of the people actually use banana in while they're taking cereal in the morning. So there's also banana juice. So this is some of an industry that we can clearly look at and see why it is important for it to at least have more investment in there, not only in Tanzania but also growing the market on the entire East African Community bloc. And also value addition in bananas in the country here in Uganda has also been one of those that we can highly speak of. Well, besides that, from the banana market in East Africa, we now look at the pension schemes on the bloc as well. Now, East African Community has drafted guidelines on transferring pension within the member countries. Workers in the East African Community member countries could transfer their pension savings from one country to another, guaranteeing no losses even when one moves jobs. For instance, if at all you leave your job in Kampala to go and seek for another in Nairobi or Dar es Salaam or in Kigali. Now, this is part of a proposal for the bloc to harmonize and make pension funds attractive to the workers who until now have been saving in state-sponsored or private schemes in countries where they work from. The agency of reform was touched off last week by Kenyan President William Ruto, who tabled proposals to reform Kenya's National Social Security Fund, the KNSSF. Now, one such proposal is to make it mandatory for another with a regular income to contribute to the fund for their pension irrespective of their contractual terms, as well as making employers liable to match the regular contributions by the employees. For every Kenyan, in context, to save 6,000 Kenyan shillings, or approximately $49.65 per month, the president said the government of Kenya will contribute an additional an additional half of that every month. Now, at the regional level, the East African community is expected to publish a report on the social protection laws and policies that will inform and guide the legal process for the portability of social security benefits as directed by the East African Community Ministers of Labour from all member countries. Now, on October 6th, stakeholders last week in labour regulation met to discuss the portability of workers' retirement savings within the East African community. A draft on the East African Community Coordination of Social Security Benefits, which is being validated in each partner state, which will provide rules and procedures for the coordination of social security benefits. Now, these benefits fall within the framework of the free movement of workers and self-employed persons in order to contribute towards improving their standard of living and condition of employment. Now, the draft proposes that employment benefits such as maternity, there is also issues to do with employment injury, occupational disease, health and sickness benefit, family benefit, and unemployment benefit shall be applicable according to the legislation of partner states and shall not be portable. However, it is President William Ruto's call for enhancing Kenya's National Social Security Fund contributions that have ignited calls for reforms in the labour sector across the region. And now, lastly, from the international space, we look at the Zambia visa requirements, as this time around the country has scrapped off visa requirements for the visiting foreigners. The tourism industry, which offers many opportunities to invest in Africa's rich local communities, generates economic activity and create employment opportunities for women and young people. Now, Africa's unique story and natural wonders are gaining attention amidst the local and global increase in culture, heritage and development tourism. Several African countries present tremendous promise to become or remain vibrant hosts for tourists, investors and entrepreneurs. Now, this as well can drive employment for low-skilled workers and economic inclusion for women and the youth. As far as March 5th, 2019, Brookings suggested that the policymakers improve governance with a better coordinated effort across agencies to simplify the regulations, remove the barriers to tourism development, attract investors and promote tourist destinations. Now, the Zambia Tourism Authority announced that there would be no visa requirements for the United Kingdom, the United States of America, Canada, Norway, Australia, China, South Korea, Gulf states and the European Union. In 2019, Zambia approved its Tourism Master Plan 2018 to 2038, which is a 20-year practical development strategy to enhance the economic contribution of the tourism sector in Zambia, as well as making sure that it will boost the Zambian economy. Now, tourism is the country's fastest growing economic sector and it contributes $1.8 billion. Furthermore, that is according to last year's statistics. Furthermore, now the policymakers were also advised to unlock the competitiveness and ease of doing business in the tourism sector with the development of infrastructure, which also includes road, air and water transport, as well as the simplification of visa requirements and administrative processes. 3 years down the line, Zambia had removed visa requirements for the European Union, China, and the United States of America, among other lucrative global tourism markets, and this was in a bid to revive the tourism sector negatively impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, Zambia already has a no-visa policy for most African countries, and when you look at that particular one, also having this scrapping off is a very huge milestone for the Zambian government. That is it for the Smb International News. Let's have the business tip of the day. Content marketing paired with optimized website forms. Optimized website with optimized content marketing paired with optimized website forms and intelligent email automation follow-up is critical to business success. This approach builds trust by giving away free value before asking for someone's hard-earned money. So focus on the leads, not the sales. When you look at content marketing paired with optimized website forms and intelligent email automation to follow up is critical to business success. So following up on how your business is performing and how your customers are relating to your business is very important, because in the long run, you get not only to realize how best you can serve these people, but also how your business is performing, not only focusing on how much you're going to earn from this business. That is why the tip is telling us focus on the leads before focusing on the sales. What is bringing those sales is what you need to look at greatly. And if you're to look at how you're doing your business and it's affecting the value chain, then you have to change the way things do, because it will as well affect your sales. So instead of looking at or focusing on the sales, try to also greatly focus on the leads that will push you to the sales. That is our business tip for today. How about our business quote? Samuel Beckett, Irish avant-garde novelist and playwright, says, "Ever tried, ever failed, no matter. Try again, and fail better." So if you've ever tried and you've failed, that isn't something to worry about. Try again, fail better. Now, the more you're failing better, you're going to earn something bigger, because you cannot fail with everything you're doing. Either way, it gives you a lesson that you're not fit to be in that line of business and you seek for another. Or on the other hand, you get to realize that the best way is to continue doing the same thing. As you learn from your mistakes, then you will become better at that particular thing. You may fail today, fail tomorrow, fail the other day, but on the fourth day, become more successful. Those are some of the motivational quotes that you'll definitely have and receive from even the motivational speakers to keep you pushing every other day, never to give up, because at the end of it all, it is all on you. Sometimes you get to realize it is you to change the narrative of how your life flows. So no one else is going to bail you out. So that is something you always have to have at the back of your mind. All right. Now, before we do break into the commercials, just a quick reminder for you. The Zambia platform is here for you if you want to invest your money efficiently and securely. With only 15,000 Ugandan shillings as the minimum amount, you can quickly start your investment with Zambia. For the MTN subscribers, the USSD code is *292# and you will follow the prompts where you will be welcomed to the Zambia platforms. You choose any product and you can as well learn from the products that you want. You can select a preferred maturity period of how much you want to invest. But remember, registration needs you to have your NIN ready and you can start off with the investment. Zambia says my money, my future, and it's powered by Altex East Africa. The markets do open 8:15 a.m. and close at 3:15 p.m. East African Standard Time. And please do note that the markets are closed during weekends and do not open during public holidays. So you have to set your calendar right and get to realize that these markets open 8:15 a.m. and close at 3:15 p.m. But that is only during all office days. So weekends are completely off and public holidays are completely off for the markets. Well, add us up on our social media, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook, Smart24 TV, as well as LinkedIn. And then our YouTube is Smart24 TV Live. We are there streaming live as well at this particular time. Our website is www.smart24.tv. I'm Jerome Paul Sanko. After the break, we get back to more of the discussions and we have the coffee code coming up. Stick around. Good morning.